Welcome back to Tech Talks from Commercial Baking. In this episode, sponsored by Cavanna Packaging, I am speaking with Jeff Lynn, account manager for Cavanna, and we are discussing the specific features of top load cartoning. Hi, Jeff. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hey, Joni, thanks for having me. Appreciate the opportunity and to be able to talk a little bit about the features, functions, and benefits of top load cartoning.
Awesome. So let's just dive right into it with a pretty basic question. Can you just walk me through what is top load cartoning and how does it function relative to other types of cartoning?
Sure. So I have props. This is a top load carton blank. This arrives to the factory from the manufacturer flat on a pallet, stacked and shrunk wrapped. So when it's at the factory, they will bring the pallet right out to the machine, and the operators will load the magazine of the top load carton former with these blanks. Once the machine is running, we extract the carton blank from the hopper gate. Once it's out of the hopper gate, we'll pass a series of glue guns that apply glue to the flaps in order to form the carton up. But after the glue is applied, we place the blank over a forming cavity. And this forming cavity is key because it holds the blank in place to keep it from moving out of position and to prevent misfed formed cartons. So once it's sitting over that cavity, we have a plunger that comes through and plunges that tray, and we have a formed carton, I should say a tray with a lid. Once this is formed, we can go to another station where we load with a robot the products into the tray, or they can actually load the products manually as well. The final step in this is to close the carton. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. One would be closing it robotically, where after the product is loaded into the tray, we pass a series of glue guns that fire glue on the flaps on the lid, and we use a robot to close and compress the carton to give you a formed tri-seal carton. Or we can have a separate machine just for closing itself, so a tri-seal closer that's a separate machine from the actual unit.
Okay, so this is doing a lot of work, regardless of if a baker goes the option for full-blown robotics to load the product in. This machine is doing a lot of the work. So what are the benefits to that? Aside from the fact that it's doing a lot of the work and making life easier for the line operators, what are the benefits? And then are there any challenges that come to it? And how do you kind of get over those challenges?
Yeah, so if you look at other types of cartoning, there's different carton styles. There's gable stop cartons. There's vertical cartoners. There's in-load cartoning, and if you look at those compared to top load, each can have their challenges and their benefits. One big benefit of top load cartoning is that you're loading products through the top, right? So in this, you have this big area to load. For in-load cartoning, it's more of a challenge because you're loading into this area, right? So you have to try to get the product to go in there. So this is a big benefit. Everyone's always trying to put 10 pounds worth of stuff in a 5-pound box, right?
Exactly.
So being able to load it in here, and the tri-seal closer is actually a little bit more forgiving when it's closing. So you can maybe not 10 pounds worth of stuff, but maybe 8 pounds worth of stuff in a 5-pound box. So that's a big benefit. One of the challenges of top load cartoning, and maybe the biggest challenge, is the speed itself of the carton, right? So you're limited typically on the high end of a smaller carton on top load. You're limited to about 150 cartons per minute. In-load cartoners and vertical cartoners on a small carton, for example, they can run anywhere up to 500 cartons a minute. So really, really fast. So, that's a disadvantage. Another advantage of top load cartoning is that if you're wanting to do, let's say your product is a bit unstable when it's stacked, it doesn't lend well towards pushing of a barrel cam like on an in-load cartoner. And plus you run the risk of products tipping over and jamming up when you're putting into this side. Loading from the top allows you the ability to load a layer at a time, and you're building your stack within that carton. So that gives you more stacking credibility when trying to run a larger type carton like that with a larger stack. Another big benefit is, you have to say, well, what sort of carton sizes do you plan on running? In today's world, you have a lot of manufacturers, especially bar producers and such. They run retail size cartons, so 6 counts, 10 counts. They're sending these to your, traditional grocery stores, but they also have the larger club stores, right? Top load is ultimately super flexible. It allows you to run, a wide variety of carton sizes, which is a huge benefit for that manufacturer.
Yeah, absolutely. These bakers need flexibility. So that's a huge benefit. And then I was thinking when you were talking about speed, when, an inload cartoner might be able to run at a faster speed. If you're talking about a delicate product, speed might not necessarily be the highest priority, right? You want to choose something that can get your product into that carton without smashing it or harming it in any other way. And so I think there is a trade-off to make sure that you're choosing the right carton loading for the your particular application. So I guess my question would be, how can a bakery manufacturer decide if top load cartoning is the right solution for their product application?
Yeah, so to go back to what I said before, there's a lot of factors they have to think about, and like you said, delicate products and the stack height and so on and so forth. Typically, a product like let's say a frozen pizza, right, or some sort of frozen entree that's on a single layer that you just need to slide it in here. It's very stable. Everything is uniform. Great application. You want to run faster. Great application for a side load carton. But if you need the flexibility to run larger carton sizes, a larger range of carton sizes, and you need to load higher layers, like for example, this is a 2x4 pattern. If you can see that, so you've got 4 stacked high. That is very unstable, and this is what is pushing you into more into a top load solution.
So, Jeff, there are so many different factors that bakers have to consider before choosing what is the right type of packaging technology for them. So, how do you work with bakers to help kind of walk them through this process to decide or choose what type of packaging technology, if top load cartoning is the right technology for their products?
Great question. So there's not a one size fits all solution for everyone. So you do need to go into the factory. You need to evaluate with the customer. If they have existing equipment, carting equipment, what do they like about it? What don't they like about it? And you really need to speak with them to understand what their pain is, and how you might be able to help them, whether it's a solution I can offer or not. You just try to lead them down the right path and offer the best you can.
Right. So then I just have one question left, and that is, how can a baker get in touch to learn more and maybe get the process started? Just start that conversation to see if this is the right solution for them.
Yeah, so Cavanna-USA.com. That's our website that you can hop on. We have some great videos on there showcasing some different applications, including top load cartoning. On there, you can click on the tab and it's sales@cavannagroup.com. Click on that, shoot us an email, and we will be in touch.
Awesome. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for sharing your expertise and walking me through some of the benefits of top load cartoning. This was really interesting and really helpful, and I just really appreciate your time.
Awesome, Joni. Thank you so much.